animals sensing their end are always the most fiercest. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I just seen that was a rocket launcher. Yeah, I just seen that just before put you on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But Rondo, free Rondo out of out of Chicago. Rondo, Rondo had a rocket launcher and shit. He took a picture on the ground with it, and the feds ran up in that nigga crib right away. Got it.
Yeah, I remember that.
The law is crazy that if you register and have the gun with the license, right? That's you registering with the occupational government. So that's technically them, you telling them that you're registering with them because you're a danger to them. Whereas if you don't register, right, with them, and you like it's lawful not to register the gun, but when you register the gun, then it becomes illegal. That's how they got the laws flipped. And because nothing is functioning under the constitutional republic, they are acting like they can ignore it because not enough right people are challenging them, you know what I'm saying, in what they're doing. So certain other things have to go down to ensure that, God forbid, even though people aren't challenging that position, you know, they still can't railroad it through with legislation like what they want to do with all of these crazy bills they're trying to pass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a everything with the law and everything is in flux and reverse because they don't follow their own stuff. So it's becoming now more obvious. Like the cop, you saw that video with the cop that came out and was talking about how horrible it is and how they need to follow their oaths and this and that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, 2 days ago, today they put up a video with him. They fired him. You know what I'm saying? Like they fired him. First they thanked him and said, "Yo, it's real dope. You did that." Blah blah blah. Then they called him back. Said, "Yo, this joint is up to like 400,000 views." Then they called him back. Said, "Yo, we might need you to take that down." And he was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna take it down." Blah blah blah. Then they called him back. It's like, "Well, we gotta fire you." So what this shows? So now what this shows is exactly what's happening.
You talking about the black cop from Indiana, right?
On the white cop. White cop that put out the video, he was talking about how messed up it is that, you know, the officers are not following their oath, and that his biggest fear is that the people come and shut down the police.
Yeah, okay.
That guy. Yeah, they fired him.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It only took him 3 days. So again, what that shows then is that everybody in law enforcement is down with it. Even the good people that's in there is letting the bad people make these type of calls. Number one. Number two, there's no faith in the public in the law enforcement because the law enforcement is all run by. They was taking local law enforcement and shipping them out to Israel to learn how to do police training tactics and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? On side.
On some Gaza Strip shit.
Yeah, God, like this is how they train these people. So again, when you come into that, everybody says, "Oh, it's just a job, it's just that." No, man. They got certain triggers in these people that as soon as something happens, go crazy. And then come back into themselves. But now they so warped by the rapes and the stuff that they done had to do just to get their pension. You know what I'm saying? They now belong to the state. So the state gets out of paying for any of the killings or really accepting any responsibility for the killings under this fake legal determination they refer to as qualified immunity that has no basis in law anywhere. There's no basis in law that says that because this person is the police, he is exempt from any type of prosecution or any of that. But they use that time and time again when it comes to the so-called black citizenry because they are openly targeting the original man and woman now because their time is up and they are not going to let us have this planet without them. And until our people accept that and accept the fact that you're going to have to start to do, if you have so-called black senators or children or whatever, you're going to have to set up your own school zoning system. You have to set up your own armed guard for your children and all that to protect them from the police, from these private military so-called security forces that the police outsource to protect them from liability, that all are in league with the real estate companies and the so-called banks that once they rezone communities, they target who they're going to basically arrest. This is where the quota system comes from. This is what all of this is. This is institutionalized racism. I saw a shirt that said, America is so racist, or racism is so much a part of America, that if you try to protest against racism, they feel like you protesting against America. That's how direct in response this whole thing has become. You know what I'm saying? Where it's so politicized, it's so out there that you can't even say that something is bad when you see it bad, because in this world, in this society, bad mean good. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that chick, she bad. You know what I'm saying? How was the sex? It was good. You know what I'm saying? Like we've hexed ourselves with so many of these spells, man, and trying to just conform and be with these people, that now that we want to get out, it's like they won't let you out. They won't let you not be with them. They're literally walking up and trying to walk in people's house. What are you supposed to do? Then you defend yourself. Then it was the pigs that ran up in the house and shot up the sister, looking for somebody else. And then the black man that's in the house, he's shooting back at them.
Right, yeah, that was wild.
They shot one of the officers. They now trying to charge him, trying to countersue him with attempted murder. How was attempted murder when you came in the house on no warrant, no nothing, shot and killed this woman, but because she black, it's okay. And that's the problem.
That was a wild story, man. Yeah, I seen that yesterday, Aseer.
Yeah, God. Everybody in the world is okay with black people being slaughtered, including black people. So something gotta give, man. Because the fact that you have let it happen to so-called black people as long as it's been happening, what they don't realize is that while all y'all been focusing, all y'all white people, all y'all Asians, all y'all Hispanics, all y'all other so-called nationalities to turn your nose up to black folk, knowing you got everything in your culture, everything that you had from the ancestral times from us. What you don't realize is that while you was doing that, letting them focus on all of that, they've been raping your children. They've been kidnapping your children. They've been poisoning your children too. they've been shipping them in shopping carts and putting in shipping containers, literally taping them up with duct tape and putting them in boxes. Look it up.
Yeah.
And this is Chinese people doing that to their own people. If Chinese people would do that to their own people, if Arabs would do that to their own people, which make you think that they're going to have any respect for anybody else? You understand? Chinese people started this whole organ harvesting thing with China, started with the Falun Gong, which was a thing of old Chinese people that got together to do Tai Chi in the park every morning. And because it created such a spiritual outroar, and because China is a Luciferian state in league with Rothschild and these niggas, through Mao Zedong, who was a Jesuit. For those that don't know, the founder of the Communist Party, People's Republic, and all of that crap in China was a goddamn Jesuit, which means he was a Catholic, which means most likely he was a castrato or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which explains him being such a homicidal maniac. Talking about Mao Zedong. Anyway, the Chinese, allowed these maniacs to take control and basically instituted a war against anything that wasn't with the state. So by the time the 80s come with the Falun Gong people, that was the only type of freedom they felt they was having. And so a general, I forget his name, some Chinese dude, went and basically rounded them up. But then at the same time, there was a lot of people dying from kidney failures and this like that all over the world. So they decided, well, these people, they analyzed these people's organs and found that they was actually more healthy than everybody else. They probably based upon the fact they wasn't down with the state and doing the Tai Chi and all of that. So they decided to start to use these people's organs and start harvesting them. And so they started doing that to them. They started doing that to all of the women. So then all of the little girls, because remember they had the law over there that you could only have like 1.3 kids or something, and if you had a little girl, you had to give it up to the state,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
They would take them kids, kill them, eat them, do whatever they're gonna do with them, put them in the vaccines and abortions and shit like that, and then sell it to these maniacs over here that then poison us with the shit. So it became a big thing to the point where China became the biggest producer of human organs in the world. So that had to open up to meet that demand. They had to now use their own means to expand their not only their distribution but their supply chain. So this is where the fighting tongues came in. This is where they needed to get their people in Hollywood to start opening up the thing. So now they got to start to do more uh, things to celebrate Chinese culture. Is where you see Jet Li coming in with Cradle to the Grave, and then you get this nigga with Rush Hour, right? 1, 2, and 3, right? You get Wesley Snipes doing the shit with Sean Connery. What was it? Rising Sun or whatever. All these movies about China, Michael Douglas, Black Rain. All of a sudden, see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because this do it. They desensitize you. They use the mechanisms to get the stuff through. And when you watch all the movies, what is happening? The Chinese people is shipping their own people over here in containers, in crates, in barrels, in buckets, and whatever else. They enslaving them. They doing this to their own people. This is what they do to their own people. Why? Because they're communists. Why? And communism is evil. Just like ultra capitalism is evil. It's just capitalism is just the other form of that. Our people weren't capitalists or communists. These are all fictitious, satanic orchestrations for our people to abduct our common sense and put ourselves under. So then we wind up looking crazy. People looking crazy like Al Sharpton, you know what I'm saying, or Candace Owens. You know what I'm saying?
Candace is off the hook.
Yo, they found a little black boy that they have been looking for in Brooklyn, in China. Look it up. So how does boy wind up in China? But they probably found him, put him in New York, put him in a tunnel system because they got a magnetic train rail that ran through New York under the strata that would basically take you all the way to whatever underground bases that they had in the Midwest. And then from there, they put you on the Mid-Atlantic one, the Pacific one, that went all the way from, I had the whole list too. The Pacific one that went from the Atlantic to North Africa. They had all of these different tunnels. They've been shutting them down. That's what was happening with the wildfire in California and in the Midwest when the manholes just blowing up and all that. Because these niggas is underground as we speak, fighting, trying to free children. They said they freed like 35,927 children. This is what the triage, the whole thing in Central Park was about. This is why Cuomo the homos is crazy, because he's the Jesuit general for New York, basically. And de Blasio, the Blasio and Cuomo is like Hitler and Himmler. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They work.
Yeah, I got the picture. The little black boy was found in the Gangzhou province.
Thank you.
Gangzhou province.
People, they got me bugging. I'll be making this shit up. No, this is real news. This is really happening.
This is fucked up, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, God, they kidnapping these children, and the main person that you could thank for this was Obama. One of the main niggas you could thank for him, Eric Holder, all of them people, Loretta Lynch, and all them people is indicted right now. All them people is about to go to jail and about to get shut down in that end. But you gotta understand, it's a multi-level war. It's a bunch of different niggas in the same organizations fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? At once. And then half of them is still supremacists. So it's like they don't want to work or help this nigga do anything to help us. So in the meantime, what they're gonna do is use, okay, great, we can't import the children no more. All of these avenues is shut down. They can't get the adrenochrome anymore. right? So they all going through withdrawal. They're all going crazy. They're all